What does Vercel actually do? By the end of this video, you will know how to vibe code a beautiful website that doesn't look vibe coded, and you'll be able to publish it through Vercel. Let's get into it. I just gotta say, it's become so popular for so many different reasons, but the main one is because of vibe coders. I actually had a conversation with a colleague a few months ago where we more or less were like, Vercel got all this money and they're just an AWS glorified wrapper. And I thought about that statement, and he's not wrong. He's not wrong at all. Except you can say the same thing about 90% of the internet. If you're not on AWS, GCP, Azure, or even some of the smaller players, like most websites are on some major cloud provider. What makes Vercel so special is DX. Not that DX. Developer experience. And instead of me yapping about it, even though it's beautiful outside, let's go on to the screen and let's actually build something with our hand. Let's get started with Vercel. Let's make sure we cover some basics. Vercel, where do you even go? Vercel, I know it's like obviously, but .ai, .io, so many damn domains that just want to make sure we get the right one here. I have a pro account. The whole point of this channel is to learn to do it for the free. We want to make sure we're going to use tools that either you most likely already have or are paying for, or there is an alternative I can show you can follow along. But step number one, Vercel.com, this is the dashboard. And let me just tell you, if you use other tools, for example, I used to use Netlify, and some of these tools have gotten better. I'm not going to sit here and tell you or bash any of them, but like, I'm just being 100% with you guys. I used to use this tool. I didn't really like the dashboard. The dashboard actually made me frustrated because if you work on multiple projects, it was hard to figure out like which ones, how to favorite some, what was in my credits. Sometimes if you're working with other people, you want to know what are like the most recent previews. Now preview in Vercel is pretty much, I can build a lander, but I don't want to put it out to the world. But I want to share a preview to my team. You can do that. You can set up observability, which costs a bit. And all of this on the left-hand side is pretty much like a DevOps-y type world. But for front-end developers who our whole job is to make websites look good, this is all plenty. That's one reason people love the developer experience on Vercel. The next thing you probably need is VS Code. This is the completely free option that I'm highlighting. You download this, you set it up on Mac, pretty easy to do. But I want to use a little bit more AI, so I'm going to be using Google's anti-gravity. Now, if you have, and you're paying to make sure they don't delete your emails, you pay for that. You get access to Google's anti-gravity. Google's whole business model right now is the way they're catching up with OpenAI and Anthropic is they are offering things for the free. I'm going to be using anti-gravity, but you can use anti-gravity or VS Code. The other thing I was going to do, and you guys should do this one, is set up the Vercel CLI. You pretty much are going to run this command. Now, if you're watching this and commands right there are already scary because I guarantee if I run this right now, it's not going to work on this computer. All right, so we're in anti-gravity. That's what it looks like. I'm doing some prep for this video prior. But if I do -g, it's pretty much globally installing Vercel. This isn't working. And I'm just showing you guys tools. Take them or leave them. I am the hugest fan of a editor terminal called warp.dev. Let me just show you why I like Warp so much. So you can see here I'm in like one of my projects, but I just want to run this command right here because we just want to install it global. I just want to say I think it's hilarious how I went to another tool and it worked. What I was actually expecting to happen was for me to run it, get the same error, and then I was going to show you guys Warp. I'll be like, do it for me, and it would just figure it out. Most of the times when you're messing around in a terminal, back in the day, you go to Stack Overflow. Today, you don't have to go to Stack Overflow. That's the whole, I think Stack Overflow, if I was working there, I'd be shaking my boots once AI dropped. All right, so we have our editor. We have the Vercel CLI. MCP, Model Context Protocol. What does that mean? It's a fancy way of saying I have one AI tool, like let's say Claude, and I have another AI tool. Let's say it is Figma. I have designs. An MCP server allows you to prompt and code and chat with your AI, but also talk to another tool that has an AI on its side. And it's more or less providing key functions like, hey, get images or get component or get section, something like that. But it's more or less, hey, AI to AI. If you tell me, the user telling me to do like to build an amazing website based off the designs, I'm going to talk to you and the other AI will be like, oh, you need amazing designs. I have those. So that's how it works. Like the modern day version of a API. What I was first trying to do was figure out, where do I go to get Vercel's MCP? So here we go. This is much better. This is what we were looking for. On this, what is Vercel? That's what we're going to. But like I said, I'm using anti-gravity. The funny thing, guys, is as I was going to, I did not see an anti-gravity option. And then I went over to anti-gravity. We need to open up the right panel here. And I was looking at, just so you know, it took me way too long. So a lot of people would go here and they would go into settings, right? And you would think, where's the MCP set? No, you have to go into the chat, 3 dots up here, MCP server. Then you get this list. And then I typed in Vercel, which gave me nothing. So that is okay. We won't necessarily need Vercel MCP because we are just going to be deploying an application too. Now we have everything set up. On to the next step. What are we building today? I have a buddy based in Arizona, and he has a men's club called the Nines. I don't think they have an official website. It's like young entrepreneurs, people, different industries. Could you make a website for my group where people can pay dues, they can see the recent events? And I was like, yeah, light work. So a lot of ways you can build a website, but to stay in the Vercel ecosystem, I'm going to show you V0. V0 is a tool that I really enjoy. And again, it's all under Vercel. What makes Vercel so powerful is they have V0. V0 is their version of lovable.dev. But the difference is still all in the Vercel ecosystem. Lovable, very popular platform. People love it because of its design. But it's really hard to get off of Lovable. What makes Vercel nice is they make it easy to jump around. Now, you always got to start with the templates. We're going to start with landing pages. We want to build something that highlights that. And as you scroll down, you get some pretty cool designs. I just want to show you guys this one because this one has gotten so much hype because of the character. And we're going to dive into more on like how you make something, it's how to actually make this one. But as you scroll, he moves around. Look at that. Okay, I kind of like this one. I like this design. It's a run club, but the image is pretty simple. That's something you can easily get from the group. You scroll this page and look at that. Little scroll, highlighting. I like that. Very visual. This is a pretty good format. So what we're going to do is we're going to open this up and edit it. Now, to be very clear, this video is about Vercel, but I'm just going to quickly edit this. With V0, you could just do exactly what I'm showing you and you can be done. And some of you are like, no, I want a SaaS. I want to build something meaningful. So you're going to have to learn how to how do I get it over per se? We'll get into that. I like planning and structure. So I'm going to create a plan first and then we're going to continue. Hey, Brock, so I need website copy for this particular template I found on Vercel V0, and we need to update this run club website for a business club that's based in Phoenix, Arizona called The Nine, a group of entrepreneurs who gather for social events. And I'm creating a site. I'm providing a template. It's publishing it on Vercel, and I need copy and a very clear call to action for joining the group. And I think for the backend, I want to use Luma to manage all events and membership related things for it. That's fine. Oh, you know what I forgot, guys? I forgot to give it the link to the template. Let's see if we can do this. So this is one thing that I am noticing is making or breaking some of these chat tools is people they no longer just want to ask a question, get an answer, and go back and forth because it's just a lot of text. They want to see things really go from, hey, I want this working 24/7. All right, I'm going to be lazy about it. All right, so it gives us multiple options here. And it looks like it's all based off token usage. So we're going to go 4.6 Sonnet because this is the task of updating copy. All right, so we could publish this here. You can do a custom domain. Like this is, hey, I want to launch a website fast. This is one of the best ways. One-click install is really nice when it comes to a developer experience. You see here we have environment variables we can set. We have the template. We have domains. I added this one. And like this could be like, hey, let's go check it out. Now look at this. Go to Vercel project. View on Vercel. I am going to use GitHub. What am I doing? Another snack. All right, guys, what am I trying to do here? Got a snack. I was hungry. Look at that. You can open a PR right here. This is all a little bit nicer compared to Lovable. You just coded a website and it's, oh, hey, but I'm not techie. But if you just copy what I've done so far, now we haven't made any changes. So let's make a change. Oh my gosh, isn't that funny? I'm just sitting here. This came up. Out of credits already. No, we're good. Because you know what? Let me show you how we can make that change. Okay, so open a PR. Oh my God. Oh, they're amazing. Okay, so we have this project. We are going to clone this project in anti-gravity. All right, now that we have that, so in anti-gravity, this is Google's AI. This is free. We want to open the project. All right, now that we have our project open, I want to do something like improve the SEO. We are almost done. We are going to let this finish updating, and then any changes that you want to make, you can do here at anti-gravity. And I'll show you more or less the one thing you need to do to ensure your app is working. All right, I think this video needs to come to an end because we've done quite a bit. And at this point, you have a functioning website that you can deploy. All you need to do is to add a custom domain. If you don't want to do that just yet, you want to make more changes, then you would be here in anti-gravity and you would be prompting through your changes and you would just run it locally. And to run it locally, you would just, if you really have no idea what to do, you can ask anti-gravity and it would do it for you. That would work. And it would tell you which port to go over to. And there you have it. There's your site. You have branding, you have the key things they have that we saw in the template, but not everything perfect, not doing the highlighting like we would like. So you have to work your way through those changes and you would just speak with your AI. Okay, outside of that piece, want to make sure that we covered everything. Adding a custom domain is as simple as going to Vercel. Another reason I like this tool. Yes, you can do this on AWS. You can do this with a lot of other services that need to sponsor me. You get a domain, they will walk you through the process, and then they would just ask you, do you want to set it to the domain? Most likely automatically going to do that for you. That's everything. You built a beautiful website. You know how to make changes to the website. The Vercel ecosystem, we use multiple tools. We use V0. We went to the Vercel dashboard. We connected it to GitHub. We use anti-gravity to make changes to the project once we ran out of credits, keeping it for the free. Hit that like button, subscribe, leave a comment. What was your favorite part? What do you wish we would have done differently? Check out.